everyone. If you don't know me, my name is Morgan Malcolm and this is my channel, Love Where You Live. So a big part of loving where you live is exploring local businesses and things that are in your area. And so today I am featuring an artist. This is Sally.
Hello.
Hi, thanks for joining me today. So we're going to talk about some of the art that she has. We're going to go over some pieces and just ask some more questions about art in general and how to kind of pick stuff for your home. What would be your specialty? What is the main thing that you love doing?
Well, since I taught art, I know all these different applications from ceramics to pen and watercolor to metalwork to, but lately it's the large canvases and abstract and impressionistic, and I do a lot of layering.
Okay, yeah, I can see that.
Yeah.
This gives it texture and kind of...
Texture and depth.
Great. How long does it take you to do some of the big ones?
Well, some are a couple of weeks and
okay.
Some are a couple of days.
Oh, that's good.
I usually work flat.
Oh, all right.
So it's, I manipulate it around and then the second day I'll stand it up and see what I have to change.
Okay, get a different view of it. Is there anything else besides some of these large abstract ones that you like to do for art? Is there any other mediums you work in?
Yeah, I could show you a few.
Yeah, let's grab some.
So these are some of my photographs, and I love working with things that are real, but they look abstract, and this is a water piece.
Yeah, I can see that one's beautiful.
I really like
reflection.
And then this was one I was hiking at 12,000 feet,
Uh-huh.
above 12,000 feet in Rocky Mountain National Park, and that was just in the rocks.
So then your photographs, are they mainly in Colorado, of Colorado type items, or are they all over?
Also, I was in Paris and I was in France and Barcelona, and I have a lot of series of photography from there too.
Okay, so I can also see, so this is a canvas, and that kind of gets hung as how it is. This one looks, what is this printed?
This is on metal, on aluminum, and it can be various sizes.
Okay, and that I've been seeing a lot more in houses. A lot more modern houses are doing no frame, and kind of the metal is pretty popular right now. And then this one obviously is framed. Do most of yours come framed if they're photographs like
this? If they're that size, they would.
Okay, great. And then if someone is picking a piece for their house and they're, trying to decide between all of this, is there a way you help them kind of figure out what works best with their style? Is there anything you would suggest they should kind of look into a little more?
Well, I really like to get to know them and what they're drawn to, what they love. I mean, usually somebody has an emotional connection to my art.
Yeah.
And I don't know, I'm kind of a person that I feel like I have a gentle strength. So it's kind of like my art comes across as peaceful, but still vibrant.
Yeah.
And it gives them peace, but also energy. So
that's good.
Yeah.
And so when someone wants an art piece, they kind of come and do they see what you have, or do they come with you with an idea in mind?
Well, they can come to me. I can, I have a website. They can look at that, and I'm happy to bring art to them, or they can bring me photographs of their space, and I can suggest things.
Okay, so do you do any custom type pieces? Like if someone has a big wall, small space, whatever they need, you can kind of customize?
I'm happy to do that. It's a little challenging for me because I'm such an emotional painter that it's usually the color takes me where it wants to go, and sometimes it ends up totally different. Maybe something that's going on with me shows up in the painting.
Okay, that's fine.
But yeah, I like doing custom things because in the end I'm always happy with it, even though it's more challenging.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, great. All right, so these are a couple other different pieces that you have, different mediums that you do. So why don't you explain that one a little bit?
This is a pen and watercolor. A friend of mine had been in the mountains in Canada, and it was from a photograph that he did, but then it's a lot more.
Okay, so that's kind of a nice way someone does have like a photo and they want it to be. We do that a lot for real estate gifts of the house. So a picture of the house that, watercolors and have it be a little special. Yeah. So that's awesome.
And the way that, the pen drawing is real detailed, but then the the watercolor is more loose.
Okay, great. And then do you want to explain a little more on this one?
Yes.
Yeah.
Little speech. I'll trade you.
There we go.
This one is, it's called a metal relief, and it's quite a detailed operation. It's like, I have a padded surface, and it's a sheet of copper, sometimes it's other metals, and I lay it down, and I have a wooden tools, and I emboss it. I press different designs into it, and sometimes it's flowers or something else. This one's totally abstract. And then I turn it over, and where I pressed in is pushed out, and then I blacken the whole area, and then I polish it with steel wool after it dries, and it takes the black off the part that's sticking out.
Oh, nice.
So
Okay,
you
so you
can
can start
design-
seeing that metal through it.
Right.
Beautiful. And how long would something like that take you?
Oh, I don't know.
Could be a
I
while.
don't really worry about the time.
Sure.
It's just
Just more curiosity.
yeah, it's kind of like just sit there and keep going.
Work at it.
Sometimes my neck will say it's time to quit.
Ah, yes, I can imagine that. So with all of these different types, obviously something in a frame with glass is pretty easy to take care of. Is there anything for ones like that that they need to do to
Well,
keep it?
I don't know. I always tell the people that come to my shows, I like them to touch my pieces. I like that.
Well, yes.
they're, you know,
Most
they
people
have
touch
yeah,
things,
they
yeah.
have texture. I mean, they want to touch it anyway. But, and no, you probably don't want it in direct sunlight. And just trying to keep it clean. But I've had things for so many years, and they all.
So that's
stay
nice.
exactly
It's
the
low
same.
maintenance. You don't really need
Right.
to do much to
Just
it
warm
at
it.
all. Great. Is there any piece that's your favorite?
It's sometimes it's the newest one. I mean, I really like this one behind you. But this one is a special place in my heart too.
Okay, great. So if somebody wanted to see more of your artwork or purchase something or kind of get in touch with you, what's the best way to contact you?
Well, they probably want to look at my website.
Your website, okay, and I'll have all of the contact information listed in the description box below, so you can just click the link and go right to your website.
Or they could call me or.
And I'll have your contact
email me,
information
text me.
down below, okay?
Thank you.
Perfect. And then you're here in what area of Colorado do you kind of work in?
Well, Denver and north a little bit, but I can go anywhere. I have shows all over Colorado and New Mexico.
Great. Do you have any coming up with all the things going on? Makes it a
Well,
little tricky.
I've had a lot canceled. I
Yeah.
have one that's still scheduled in New Mexico in July, and I don't know for sure. And then
Yeah, it's
some
coming
that
up.
were supposed to be earlier are now set for August, but I'm hoping they still happen. I think one in Evergreen in August and one in Park Hill in August.
How could someone find out about shows that are coming up? Is there a place that you go to?
On my website, there's an area about shows
Okay.
that you're reminding me I need to make sure I
Yes,
update
make sure you
that.
put that on there. Okay, and then for out-of-state people, do you ship any of your artwork? Is that something that can be done? Okay.
I'd be happy to ship.
Okay, great. All right, and then we have a couple of other pieces that we wanted to showcase. So this one is real special with the texture, and in the lighting it kind of changes.
Yeah, it's got some metallic, a lot of my pieces have some metallic paint, so
Which
when
is
the
also
light,
really popular right now.
yeah, when the light hits it just right, it really shows up.
And that is a nice effect for the layering that, throughout the day, the art kind of
Right,
changes. It
right.
helps not make it just, you forget about it on the wall. You kind of look at it different every day with a different light. So that's nice. And then what about
Well
this?
said.
Thank you.
This is, I paint instruments too, and all the way up to stand-up basses. And I had a show at Dazzle's years ago with instruments and paintings and things. So this is I just brought the smallest thing I had to show you, but this is just a guitar I painted.
That's a
And
nice
signed.
kind of gift for someone that loves music, and you never know what to get for
And
people.
it's nice on just a little narrow wall or something too, or in a music room, or somebody that just loves music.
Okay, great. And then all of these will be on your website, correct?
Yes.
Along with your pricing, do you have kind of a range of what pricing?
Yeah, the pricing is on there. You have to kind of click on each piece to
Yeah,
see the
per-
price, and the size is on there for each piece.
Okay.
And for the month of June through the end of June, I'm giving 25% off.
Okay, great. Do you have to do anything for that, or does it just get applied at the checkout?
Well,
Is there a code or anything they put in?
no.
Okay.
They'll just have to remind me.
Okay, so just make sure they mention it when they're purchasing
Right.
to get the discount. Okay, great. Through the end of June?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Wonderful.
And now, shall I play a song?
Ooh, can
I
you play?
cannot.
Oh, I can't either, so I have no musical abilities. So that's great. And then you have a pretty range of colors to neutrals and all of that, which is nice. So it kind of can fit into any home, right?
Yes.
That's great.
I definitely have a wide range.
Thank you so much for joining my channel today. If you haven't yet subscribed, please hit that subscribe button and make sure you check for Sally's website and contact information in the description box below. But thank you so much for joining.
Thank you,
All
Morgan.
right, bye everyone.
Bye.